All right, I think we're live. Are we live now? Oh, I'm tapping the wrong place. So, if we are indeed live, I will just go ahead and start the show. So, we are actually doing a live stream using the actual Mevo in order to, show off its quality. So, I'm going to show you exactly what the Mevo is looking at right now. It's looking at my garage, and I'm actually controlling it from my phone here. And another interesting thing about the Mevo is that it could actually use your phone to connect professional audio sources, and that's why you see this Rode NTG 3 Plus, 4 Plus above me, and I connected to my iPhone via the iRig Pre, which essentially converts the XLR to the TTRS or whatever the three little stripe pin to then connect to my iPhone 7 via the damn dongle that you need to use in order for it to work. So I think it cancels out like bad taps. Actually, I think that you just heard a couple of taps there, but it's professional audio. But otherwise, you would have to use the Mevo's mic, which is going to sound like this. So you're listening to me through the Mevo's mic, which is actually about, I think, 4 feet away from me right now. It doesn't look like 4 feet, but this is a frickin' long lens. I mean, sorry, not frickin' long, frickin' wide lens. The complete opposite of long. So I'm going to talk more about that later, but for now, you actually don't need the Mevo Boost in order to connect professional sources. The Mevo Boost is essentially a large, long battery pack that is connected underneath the Mevo and allows you to also connect USB devices as well as connect Ethernet. So I think the main awesomeness of the Mevo Boost is to have Ethernet, which I'm connected to right now. And what happens is that the Mevo connects and gets internet through the Ethernet, and in order to connect your phone, it turns itself into a hotspot that your iPhone connects to control. Now, I will show you this in a second, but I am actually also testing out like sensor cropping over here. So first of all, let me show you what you can see and what the quality is when your view, your field of view is set to fisheye. Right now it's set to fisheye. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in to something right here. Hi, Trevor Pinocchi. It's me again, and yeah, we were talking about the Mevo Boost before and an A7S before. I still haven't played enough of the A7S to actually present something, but I have played with the Mevo Boost enough in order to present something. So over here we have it cropped in 4x right now. Now, as I actually pinch and zoom, it does little transitions, little smooth transitions like that. In order to make cuts, you can actually preset a few angles. These are angles as if they were different camera angles, but really it's just cropping in on the image of this highly distorted super wide lens. This is 4x of the fisheye. Now I'm gonna guess that this is not gonna be that bad of quality. You're not gonna see a bunch of noise and the pixelation, or you're not gonna see some chatter that I saw at different settings. So this might actually be very usable for some of you guys that don't really need to zoom in and don't use a backdrop like I do. But as you can see, honestly, the super wide setting is useless for a super wide angle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the stream for a second because I can't actually switch field of view while it's live. I could show you, oh, actually let me zoom in so you could see what I'm doing to the phone. So if you look over here, you could actually see that, if it's not too much glare, is there a lot of glare? You could actually see that you see the set. It's kind of a picture in picture in picture kind of thing you're looking at right now. But you have to pinch to zoom to go and edit between different camera angles. In fact, I'm going to like just pinch out, and then now I am pinched out. That's really cool, right? And that's one of the coolest things about the Mevo is just being able to sort of quasi-edit with just pinching to zooming and cropping into the sensor. Though the level of quality that you demand will really depend on will really determine whether the Mevo is right for you or not. So feel free to ask questions as I test this out. Now I'm going to go offline really quick in order to change the field of view mode. What? Yeah, Trevor, I do agree. It is not so strong in low light. And I think that if you, even when you have a lot of light on it, it will show a few issues, which you'll see in just a second. So I'm actually going to go into the menu here, which I don't know if you could see very clearly from there. And then I'm going to go into the view angle. Right now it's fisheye. I'm going to move it to normal, but see it's grayed out here right now. I don't think you can see, but it's grayed out right now, so I can't really do it until I pause this stream. Okay, and we are back online. So this is actually, it's not that much difference. This is the normal view. And I didn't move the location of the tripod at all. So this is essentially still super distorted at normal. Normal compared to fisheye, not much difference. But it is what it is. So at normal, let's take a look at what 4X looks like right here. Now 4X gets really close to my face, much closer to my face, I think. In fact, I don't even see that big of a difference. Is this big of a difference? Okay, let me pan down to my hand. If I'm doing an unboxing, you would only be able to see the front here with the Mevo, but it is saving me from having to switch between two different actual cameras. And then over here, actually let me show you a little bit of automatic editing that this thing offers. Let me turn on autopilot. There's actually a little setting right here in which you could switch to autopilot. And I could just speed it up so you can see an exaggerated version of it right here. Okay, and it's going to start editing between camera angles right now as I talk, so that I don't have to actually like start tapping and stuff like that. So see, it just punched in. It just punched into my face, and now you only see the seamless. Yeah, Trevor. If you see dancing the shadows and mids, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's the chatter of I think it's a cross between the compression and also the noise of the sensor. We're talking about very dense, a very dense sensor. What I think is a 4K sensor, or maybe even more than a 4K sensor, squished into this teeny package that's kind of like a GoPro. What I do love about the Mevo is that it's small like a GoPro. That's very easy to use like a GoPro. But yeah, through these quality tests, you're going to see whether you like it and are okay with it or not. Okay, so what is it focusing on down there? It's finding faces. Apparently, it thought that a box, a gift bag in the back is a face. Oh my God, no, that's not a face. What does it see in there that's a face? That is not a face. Oh. Okay, all right, I'm back to me. So this is very fast, probably going to give you a headache, but this is essentially live editing with follow faces and face detection on. And if I were to actually move, let me turn off the actual autopilot because it's about to give me a headache. Let me go and turn on live follow, and I'm going to go ahead and move from side to side with it. So I'm going to just zoom in on my face here, and now I'm going to move around the frame. Hello? Okay, it's not doing what I'm telling it to do. Live follow, please. Live follow this face. Live follow this face. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, now it's following. See? It's really cool if you need to actually move from space to space. I'm going to just lean here, and then lean there, and I'm going to duck. I'm sure it lost me, but am I back? Hello? Am I back? Okay, so at that point, if you disappear and reappear, I guess it won't recognize your face and know that it's you again that it should be following. Now apparently it's detecting all sorts of things as faces, so that's where the problem would come in if you have anything that it could remotely think is a face. So it's kind of floating around right now, which especially without a point of reference behind me, it's going to be confusing for you, you guys, because of just the white bit there. Okay, anyway, so this is the standard field of view, and with a white backdrop, I would need to back up quite a bit and crop in quite a bit in order to keep the same look that I've been doing these live feeds. So I'm going to pause the stream again and then show you narrow at the setting that I had it at in order to make it work with work with. Okay, yeah, Saphir, yeah, a Saphir 3000, I definitely think it's a little bit creepy, but it's also pretty cool. So anyway, this is narrow. This is the full actual width narrow, but I backed the camera up probably about 2 feet, so it's overall like I would say 6 feet away from me right now, and I cropped in. But what kind of sucks is that when you actually zoom in on the face and zoom in as much as you want for your live stream when you have a backdrop, is that you're probably going to see a bunch of chatter and noise right now, even though this is very well lit right here. I am surrounded by Kinos, Astras, etc., Manfrotto light panels lights, and you see chatter. And what I wanted to use with the Mevo is to like me present gear and stuff like this right here. Let me just put my glass of water right in front here, and you can see that there's a drop off in quality. Even if you set your stream to be 1080p, which is the max resolution of the stream, it's going to show chatter. Now, if you're wide like this, most of the time, it's not going to be that much of a bother. But you know, zooming in as much as you would want without distortion in this flat cropped setting is going to give you very limited quality. Now, I did contact Mevo customer support and asked if there was any way that we could attach lenses or you know, pretty much anything that would help with this kind of issue, and they said that we'll just take your suggestion for a later version. Oh, my battery's kind of low. It does draw quite a bit of power from your phone when you're using it as your controller. So please ask any questions that you will may have right now. I am going to have a bit more of a review in the next stream, in which I'm going to be setting up my Teradek live to air again, and so I could have the Mevo in front of me, and I can answer more questions. But if there's anything you guys want me to test out, please definitely leave it in the comment section, or any questions that you want me to actually answer right now. You please go in the chat window and ask right now, and I'm going to continue to play around with this stuff. So up above is my boom mic with which is the Rode NTG4 Plus, which is self-powered, so I don't have to actually use a a phantom power, which I can use phantom power with this live to air pre right here. This uses a 9-volt battery, and apparently there's no on and off switch. I just have to take the battery out or whatever. I hope you guys can hear me okay. It's not too low of audio. I'm just making sure that the mic is definitely out of frame, but I could lower it more. Just let me know if it's a little bit too quiet for your taste. I could like put it right on my noggin, right on my schnoz, so you guys could see. Alright, so this t-shirt right here is driven by story, guided by heart. Yeah, I'm sucking it in for you guys, by the way. So the thing is with this shirt is that this is my day job, in which, yeah, my day job, right? It's like now past 5. Yes, so I'm off the clock right now. But yeah, this was originally a test to see what kind of live stream options are good for story and heart. And I thought that my channel would be a good testing ground, that I don't have to really worry about messing things up, because it's just my channel. So Story and Heart is a live community of filmmakers in which everybody learns from each other to become better filmmakers at business and technique. And I'm the head of production of video over there, and that's why I have this shirt, because I'm a crew member there. I'm waiting for questions from you guys, unless I missed them. Ooh, I tapped the wrong place. You guys going to ask questions or what? See, I have to look down and away from my camera in order to see them. I wonder if there's a way to like have a little prompt screen in front of you. Okay, just to show you, there are also other silly little features like black and white mode, film noir. There's vivid, so if you want an extra saturated skin tone, pink face and stuff, that is an option. Okay, someone asked a question and then it popped away. Hey, sepia. Someone asked a question and it popped away. This thing does not keep the questions on long enough, so I'm just going to have you stare at this screen while you guys are asking questions. Oh my god, this is gross. So keep asking questions, re-ask those questions, because now I'm going to be staring at my screen like a hawk to make sure I don't miss your questions. Oh, there I am. So this is the maximum zoom level within whatever framing that you have. Right now I'm in flat mode, which is the most cropped in, and 4x, which is the most zoom that you can have. Yep. My phone, the iRig Pre, and then my glass of water, my NTG4 Plus, a boom mic of some brand. It is a very compact one, but it gets kinked on the inside very, very quickly. It gets really kinky on the inside. So one thing I am going to be nice to Mevo about is that its detection of where each sound source is coming from is, oh, hey, Trevor, your question went through. So I don't know what the sensor size is. I'm going to have to guess like 1 inch looking at that body right now. Checking out that body that the Mevo is in. But I will do some research on that, actually, or you can Google it, because I apparently can't access Google. Oh, here's another thing. I could continue streaming, but I'll be full screen if I quit away from the app. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and Google right now. And now the Mevo flashes that it's no longer connected to the app. And I'm going to actually Google that answer for you right now. Mevo Plus, live stream like a pro. It is, tech specs. Mevo Plus camera, blah, blah, blah. So it has an f2.8 glass lens, 150 degree. 12.4 megapixels. Oh my god, 12.4 megapixels. So that's more than 4K. 4K is technically, well, Ultra HD is technically 8.2 megapixels. But I guess it only captures at 3840 by 2160. But the internal micro SD card only records up to 720p. Actually, I think it only does 720p. And if you have an external audio source that goes into the phone, it's only going to go on the stream. It's not going to go on the micro SD card. So if the live recording is very important to you, that might be a bummer. But let me try to answer. The sensor size, it is not telling us here. I can't see your questions, by the way, right now, so I'm sorry. Can't see your questions. I can't see your questions. Okay, well, you could do manual things like some exposure control and some... Yeah, okay, screw it. It's not telling me sensor size. Maybe it's afraid. Okay, question. Your favorite movie? Oh, so Saphir, my favorite movie is The Empire Strikes Back. Let me zoom in on me so you could tell that I'm telling you the truth. My favorite movie is The Empire Strikes Back. Now what's cool about the ring on the top of the Mevo is it shows zoom level as well. So I just widen out, and then it has a little ring with multiple LEDs around. When I widen out, it shows that it is on the wide shot, and then the ring of light will become smaller on the Mevo as it goes into a narrower shot. I think that's kind of cool, especially when you don't really want to know if you're, well, you don't want to look at your screen, look at your iPhone screen in order to see what your framing is, and you just kind of want to wing it, you know? So, but yeah, my favorite movie is Empire Strikes Back, but I have many favorite movies. I have, let me think, I do love Inception. I do love The Shawshank Redemption. I do love, even though it got really mixed reviews, I really love Interstellar. You notice the Christopher Nolan thing going on here. I loved all of the classical movies back in the 90s, which is the Back to the Future trilogy that finished in the 90s, didn't start in the 90s. The Indiana Jones, okay, that's not in the 90s either, that's like 80s. But yeah, that's me going off in tangent with you. We're going off in a tangent together. This is vodka. All right, do we have any more questions? I can continue to show you the tech problems here. See my skin tone, see my hair, see the chatter. We are everybody. We are all the chatter. We are with the noise and grain chatter. I do like the fact that we could put in our pro audio though, but everything else having to do visually, I am a little iffy about. Now I am going to be honest here and actually just say that I am still on the fence of whether I want to return it or not. I already started a return just to make sure that I'm now within that window of a few days. I mean a week or so to actually pop it in the mail and I can cancel at any time. But that just shows how torn I am. It's mostly because of the format of how I want to run my show and the image quality coming from this. It doesn't really match up necessarily. It is much simpler to set up and get running than Teradek Live to Air for uses of like cameras, available cameras and stuff like that. This is an all-in-one package, while Teradek Live to Air, you have to provide your own camera sources like an iPad, another iPhone, or a professional source, but then you have to pay $1,000 or so. Yeah, you know, Trevor, you're probably right. It is probably smaller than 1 inch. But at that resolution of a sensor, Now, I have a feeling that this might be the same sensor that you might find in, say, a DJI drone or even a GoPro, because I find it kind of comparable to a GoPro. It might even be a little bit better than the GoPro. And just as a teaser, I actually have a GoPro Hero 5 over there. I didn't bother to buy the Hero 6 because that's way too expensive. So we might see a few comparisons coming out. I might borrow a Hero 6. So I'm just going to blabber over here. I see I have 4 live viewers right now. Thankfully, the chat zone is active. I'm glad that you guys are around. But anyway, those who are just joining me right now, this is the Mevo, and the Mevo is streaming my face right now. This is in narrow mode with the Mevo about 6 feet away from me, and this is the most cropped in. You can have the sensor as a wide shot, and then everything else you're going to have to crop way in. And then you start getting chatter and you get some noise, grain, and stuff like that. Not ideal, but it's cool that you can do this with just pinching and zooming right from your phone. Yeah? And it does cool little transitions and follows you. I see that we have lost that 4th viewer because maybe this is running long. I don't know. But I'm just letting it run long so that in my review, I could tell people to just go around and check out the test that we did, which is happening right now. See, I'm giving you a glimpse into the future. Any other random questions? Driven by story. Do I have any hobbies? Saphir, geez, Saphir, are you trying to speed date through a live stream or something like that? You know, I'm not sure whether you're a guy or a girl. You know, I don't judge. I have had gay guys like me, and I feel flattered. But I am married and with a kid on the way. I just announced that on YouTube. If you're not a Facebook friend and didn't hear the news yet, I am expecting. So I'm sorry, Saphir, if you're actually trying to get to know me for speed dating, but I do have a kid on the way. $500 with a lens? $500 with a lens? Are you talking about the Mevo or GoPro? I don't know. Anyway, okay, so hobbies, Saphir. I will tell you my hobbies, Saphir 3000. Hobbies include, oh my god, I mean, photography and filming crap and doing video tests and crap like that. I honestly find that to be a great hobby of mine. Woo! We're in wide shot again. So, continuing to answer your question, I do like playing video games, and I do archery. I did 8 years of Japanese swordsmanship. Oh, okay, Saphir. Okay, no worries, no harm, no foul. Yeah, don't worry, us straight guys are cool. But thank you for keeping the live stream going. Are you trying to get the live stream going so you could see more technical things about it? Just go ask. Don't tell anyone I said so because I throw a lot of well-deserved stones at Canon. But I have a look at the new Canon M100, gorgeous DP, perfect for this stuff. Oh, okay, M100 is giving a good shout out from Trevor. Oh, okay, that's the what was $500 with a kit lens, the M100. Okay, that's cool. Well, you're really hijacking this live stream technical test right now, aren't you? See, I gotta keep on staring at my phone to see your comments, so I'm just gonna be like this, and then hold on, I'm gonna hold it up like this to make it feel like I am still kind of looking at you guys. I got a Facebook thing. I'm not in a perfectly soundproof area, so you might hear my neighbors talking outside. I sound treated it so there isn't much bouncing around of sound. I mean, oh, okay, let's zoom in here. Oh man, when you tap on the settings menu, oh, it goes away. All by myself, no more comments. You gotta comment like crazy. Oh dear, I was on the Mevo thing the entire time. Mevo audio. Okay, all right, cool, cool. Okay, now we are back to the good sounding audio. Sorry, the entire time I forgot. You got to make sure you got your settings right, Michael. All right, so you're actually listening to that mic above me finally right now. So apparently I was talking about that this whole time. And I was talking about the mic the whole time, and you weren't hearing it through that. Oh my God, amateur. Like Christian Bale would say, amateur. I'm not going to swear because apparently YouTube doesn't like it when I swear and I can't put ads on it. And then there goes my $5 a year for posting these videos and stuff. You know, I still have not gotten a check for the last 2 years from YouTube. They keep on saying it's some kind of tax issue. But no, no, it can't be a tax issue. They just want to keep their money. They're $5 on ad revenue. Wait, the audio is worse? Okay, hold on. Let me double check this. Maybe the gain is too high or something. Check, 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 check. Sweet Caroline, bum bum bum. Sweet Caroline, bum bum bum. Okay, maybe the gain was too high and I was getting distortion or something. Oh, hi, thank you, Trevor. I wish I could do more tests like that, especially with a model and such. But with how little time that I have, I got to try to do more of these live things. Oh yeah, the Otis is definitely worth the money, Trevor. Trevor is saying that the my test of the Otis kind of showed that it could be worth the money. It's definitely worth the money. I personally am already stocked with lenses, so I can't really validate needing to buy a bunch of big fat primes. But if you're looking for actually a prime set that's good for both photography and video, the Milvis series from Zeiss and the Otis series is great. It's just costs a pretty penny. It's not cheap. There are definitely lenses for those looking for getting something on the cheap, but it's definitely not nearly as sharp. I could also say that Vedra lenses are awesome for cinema only, but if you want to do manual focus photography and have the electronics communicate with your DSLR, then the Milvis and Otis is highly recommended. Yeah. So, how many other ways can we hijack this Mevo live stream? Okay, so guys, since this is a very casual test, let me just get a little vote of what gear you want me to test on an actual more practical shoot next. And please try to keep it somewhere within reason of me asking manufacturers for favors. I do know some people in the industry, but if I ask for like a 2 weeks epic red weapon or with a helium or monstro sensor, they might go like, no, we could probably only give you that for a day. Most of my friends say they can only get away with that. So please keep your asks easy. And please add that to the comments section since apparently the live chat just disappears like that. So, 700. Okay, Facebook is reminding me to continue posting on Onyx Cinema's web page. I mean, its page. And damn it, I am too busy to manage like 5 different social. Okay, you filmmakers know we got to like keep on advertising on social media in order to make sure people know that we're still alive, we're out there, and hey, you could hire us. We create great work. Damn that. You know, I work for another company right now, and we have our own team, so I don't have to worry about that as much now. But dude, I remember the day the days, the days in which I had to do that all by myself. So I feel for you. I feel for you, people. So let's talk about battery life on the Mevo, shall we? So apparently, the Mevo's internal battery by itself lasts about an hour. I did just the most boring live stream privately to my Facebook account, and it lasts an hour running on Wi-Fi since Mevo doesn't have Ethernet plug built in. But with this Mevo Boost, we are looking at 10 hours. Okay, I can't see your full message there, Trevor. That's kind of stupid. So on the Mevo app, apparently I can't see your full message. I can only see two lines. So actually, if you do want to see me test out Vedra lenses, just go ahead and put it on the comments section. In fact, the more comments are on there, the more fuel I have to pressure Vedra to actually lend me more than a couple. Zeiss, I got a decent amount before, but through a friend that also works at Zeiss, works for Zeiss. So, and the last borrow that I had, I only got like three like scattered lenses. Hey, here's a Milvis. Here's a random manual lens and stuff. I am getting tired. This is the end of day. I had a long day. I had a long yesterday in which I was shooting on a red epic weapon helium in 8K. Oh my god, so hard. Life is so hard when you have to shoot on a red weapon 8K. 8K is amazing, by the way. It's amazingly hard on your hard drives, but when you are shooting a low budget narrative, you're shooting 9 freaking pages in one day of dialogue. It saves your ass, really. As long as you nail focus, it saves your ass because you could punch in like crazy. We're using Contact Zeiss primes, contacts, not contacts, Contact Zeiss primes, and dude, it was baller. We had to export a few proxies, 2K proxies, because I can't imagine an editor that would love to edit in 8K RAW unless they wanted to show off their Hackintosh system or, I mean, their DIY PC systems. I know there are a lot of PC hackers out there, but I am a Mac guy, but I am considering moving to building my own PC, and I just went on a tangent right there. All right, if there are no other questions from my four viewers in this live stream test, just go ahead and comment after the fact. I'm going to zoom in again. How about that? How about that? How about that? Okay, guys, but I also want to get another vote from you guys. So subscribers out there and people who want to see more content from me. So there are two ways I could do about it with the time that I got. Um, Okay, I'm getting so many notifications. So, with the time that I have available in order to do these YouTube live streams, I have two options. So, it's either only a few times a year, really produced stuff. I mean, okay, this wasn't always really produced, my past stuff, but for the Zeiss, the small HD and stuff, the scripted stuff in which I, am able to shoot a bunch of B roll and whatever. I only have time to do that maybe 4 times a year or something these days, but I could practically live stream every week for you guys with new info, new thoughts, unboxings, and stuff like that. So let me know which one you prefer. I could try to do a mix of both, but it might be like, hey, every other week live, and then maybe one produced a video a year or something like that. So just no, kind of keep that in mind in your answers, my four fans online. There's a little fly flying around. I wonder if you could see that or hear that. There's a fly on the boom mic. Also, please comment on whether this boom mic connection is actually worse. I think it's more tinny. It's more trebly compared to the Mevo mic, which I will switch to right now. Mevo mic. It is far away, 6 feet away, almost 6 feet away from my face. Actually, it probably is 6 feet away. And this is the much closer, less bassier Now, I'm hoping it's coming from this. Tell me if this is coming from this. Hold on, let me zoom out so you can see. See, the zooming out part is pretty cool. And this is me tapping on my phone, just in case it's feeding the audio into my phone instead. Okay, it has to be coming through the mic. So if anybody thinks that sounds shittier, I don't know what that is. Maybe the preamp on the iRig Pre sucks. I still need to review the iRig Pre. There's so much good stuff to review, so little time. Probably does need a bass boost. Let me try whatever that button does up there, which I think I remember. It's like it's for quieter recording, in which it might raise the midtones a little bit or something like that. So does that sound better? You prefer the Mevo mic? What the? Cannot swear. One advertiser, so I can get my $5 a year on this. I am the slave to my $5. Okay, I will switch it to the Mevo mic. Are you too happy? Are all 2 people commenting on my stream happy now? I am on the craptacular Mevo mic. Okay, the Mevo mic is fine. You know what? As long as the acoustics in your place are okay, then the Mevo mic is fine. But it's strange. It's 6 feet away from me. Your sound source is 6 feet away. Why? Why is it preferable? I don't know. Well, it is bassy. It's bassy. It's like Barry White, bassy. My voice is bassy. In fact, how about I increase? Ha, Trevor. That just sounds so enthusiastic of a ha. Ha. Barry White. Oh, no, hold on. How about that? Barry White is in the house. I'll just increase my bass. How about that? The Mevo mic sounds like a Coke can and a string. Oh, it does sound better? Oh, okay. All right. I guess I should put it to that when I want to live stream with this iRig Pre. I got to remember to do that. If I forget to switch it back for when I do my story and heart tutorials, that might kind of mess things up a little bit. By the way, a plug to the place that I work for is Story and Heart. Just one word, storyandheart.com. A-N-D, not an ampersand. Ampersand doesn't work in the address bar. In which you could check out the Academy of Storytellers, which I'm the head of production for the video tutorials there. Lots of amazing stuff with some great filmmakers that you can join in on the discussion of how to up your game in both craft and business. I am not great at the elevator pitch, by the way. I just make the videos there. I make sure that the videos are good. Awkward pause now because I have nothing else to say. Okay, guys, so I think I'm going to conclude my live stream here. If you guys do not want me to stop the live stream, I need to get all 3 votes of no. I'll give you 20 seconds of delay to say no. Otherwise, I will just talk randomly about what I was doing yesterday, which is shooting a 9-page comedy on a red weapon with helium sensor in 8K, which is a little bit bigger than S35, and using context primes, and sometimes being forced to use a Canon 16 to 35 Mark II, which is not that good. It's not sharp much at all, actually. It's a little fuzzy. How do they call that one an L lens? I don't know. Anyway, so it was fun. It was a comedy, and it was all in one room, so that's how we were remotely able to. Uh, Trevor just says, "Alrighty." Trevor, you are so enthusiastic with your single word responses. Alrighty. You have kids? Trevor, you got kids too? Yeah, I only have 1 kid actually on the way. It's not even out of the womb yet. But okay, go take care of the kids. I'm gonna understand that whole concept in 4 months. Wish me luck. And good night, everybody.